Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5, brought to you by Flag and Anthem. Go to flagandanthem.com, use our promo code 365sports. Coaches that will barely make it out alive. Now, these are guys who are going to be on the hot seat relatively, but I think just given the current situation, their schools are going to retain them. Number 5, Chris Klieman at Kansas State. It has been a nightmare of a season for the Wildcats, and the fans have grown tired of Chris Klieman's reasoning, excuses, whatever you want to say. Now, he's a very good coach, and maybe it's just the shine has worn off and everybody needs to go their separate ways. I'm not ready to say that yet. Let's give him another year. But if they start losing players in the portal past Dylan Edwards, then you might start to see the writing on the wall become bigger and bigger for Chris Klieman. Number 4, Dabo Swinney. Look, too many skins on the wall to let him go after his worst season. But I don't know what the future is for Cleveland, and neither does Dabo Swinney. The fans have started to turn on him, and this is starting to feel like the end of Mack Brown, where you've done kind of all you can. Things have changed. The game has changed. Your staff has changed. Your approach has changed. You're not the same guy you were a few years ago, and that's fine, and it's time for everybody to move on. This one will be the biggest one next year. If Dabo Swinney has a massive improvement, he stays. If not, then it's probably over for Dabo Swinney at Clemson. And when you look around the country and see all the jobs that came open this year, Clemson's not going to be scared about letting him go in spite of the 2 national championships that he has. Number 3, Lance Leipold. This is a Kansas team that is kind of confusing to watch. They jump out on leads. They're really good on offense. They cannot hold leads at all and have blown a lot of games in the fourth quarter. They don't win one-score games, and that has been a theme for Lance Leipold since he got to Kansas, even with all the improvements he's made, and made Kansas a realistic team that you could see in the future if they keep taking steps forward of contending in the Big 12. But right now they're stuck in neutral at a 5-7, 6-6 team. Well, by now they should have already been bowl eligible, especially given the games that they were leading and lost, like Mizzou, like Cincinnati, like several others. They had a lead and couldn't hold it in the fourth quarter. If that continues, Lance Leipold is likely looking at another spot in 2026. Number 2, Shane Beamer. This is another one where we'll have an enhanced commitment to the program. But if Lenora Sellers leaves in the draft or goes in the transfer portal, if Dylan Stewart leaves in the transfer portal, if any of their other studs that they have, Nick Harbor, leaves and goes in the transfer portal, then it starts to get hot for Shane Beamer, who will make it through this season, and we'll see how it goes in the future. He's well-liked in Columbia, but this season's collapse cannot be overlooked. And finally, number 1, Sonny Dykes in the national championship game 3 years ago against Georgia. And since that moment, nothing's been the same for TCU. Sonny Dykes hasn't forgotten how to coach, but they're stuck in the mud. The offense can't run the ball. The defense can't stop anybody. He's going to have to make some really tough decisions staff-wise in the offseason, and he's probably at that point where they're going to tell him to change coordinators. And that's unfortunate for Kendall Briles and Andy Avalos, but TCU also kind of collapsed this year. They had a lot of potential. They had one of the best quarterbacks, and still do in the Big 12, in Josh Hoover, but couldn't really translate it because it was either Josh Hoover throws for 300+ or you lose. And you can't just win every single game like that. But Sonny Dykes could be on the hot seat and probably is starting to feel that right now. That's going to do it for the top 5. The carnival begins now.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Download the app today and sign up with promo code SPORTS365 to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code SPORTS365. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks. win money. Must be 18 and up, 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details.